There it is, at last. An idea. Not only is it an idea, you know how to accomplish it, you know the struggles, you have it all planned out, and you know the immense reward of finishing it. But for some reason, you can't grasp it. Stuck in your mind forever until now. This is tower defense. Hi, it's Stud, and welcome to another video. You might know, I've created some pretty crazy stuff over the past few months, and like, for example, the calculator, tic-tac-toe, and even an arcade game just new too. But this is a little different. You see, the button limit is like 180, and that's pretty insane, not gonna lie. I mean, 180 is like a pretty big number if I'm right. So making this tower defense will be so much easier, but there is a few limits that we still do have. We have a pretty low push part limit, and for the enemies in this scenario, I'm gonna be using push parts. And yeah, I can't have many insane, I would say, waves. Now, another thing that's pretty interesting is now the button link limit is 4. It used to be 3, and now it's 4. I'll be honest, it's not the most exciting change. I was hoping it to be like something like 5, but we got something, and that's great. Now here's 3 things you should probably know before we get started. The first thing is that this game will have way more variables than ever before. Let's take into account, let's look at, let's say the arcade game. And let's look at all of its variables. Or a boss battle, if I say. Yeah, hi there. So here are a few variables. There's obviously the anti-cheat. If you go too fast, the anti-cheat will trigger, because if you spam all the buttons, you'll basically stand in place. You also have your score, and also your level, and also the position of the block. And we already got 4 right out of the way. We also got your movement, which direction you're going, and pretty sure that's it. That's literally it. Right there, we have around 5 variables, I would say. But let's look at tower defense. We got the towers, the price of the towers, how much money we have, the upgrades for the towers, the range of the towers, the damage the towers do, the health of the monsters, amount of health and monsters do. Yeah, as you can see, there's a lot more variables in tower defense. And that means more buttons and a lot of stuff to link. So yeah, 4 for the button limit, link limit I mean, is like not very nice, because we have to link all these variables as well. So just like code, and if you don't know, in coding there's literally no limits. It's just a matter of time before you like make something incredible with code. But in this case, we do have one limit, the button link limit, and yeah, it really sucks, not gonna lie. So yeah, let's get started. And you might be wondering, what should it be called? Well, I'm gonna come up with the nice name, Tower. Not just tower defense, tower. I mean, it's much better. Bruh. So we're gonna rename that. We're gonna load it right there. And yeah, 0 likes, 0 fame in this one so far. But I think I can do much more with this. Now we're not gonna start with the lobby. We're first of all gonna start with the map. And that brings us to the second thing you should probably know. We can't have a very big map, because if we have a very big map, that'll be a very hard map. Now let's look at some basic tower defense maps. I played a lot of tower defense games, like Cube Defense. I play that one a lot. And they're usually like this big, and yeah, that's pretty big, and even larger. They're usually like that big sometimes. But in our case, guess how big it is. Going smaller. 28 by 20. I mean, That's all we got. Now, the reason why this is so small is because I want the tower placement to be like a grid. You can place the towers in a grid style, and I want the track to go something like this. Just like so. The ending will be here, and the beginning will be right here. So each grid spot would be 4 blocks wide, so let's make that quickly. I'm going to make an outline. No, we're just marking it. This is not going to be the final product. Okay, now we got the grids. If you can do some basic math, 5 times 7 equals 35 buttons, just for the grid system. Now, of course, some of this will be for the map, so let me mark that out quickly. Little funny monkey, gotta say. But you get the point. That's the general path of the map. So the enemies will come out of here, they'll travel there, and yeah. So there will be a conveyor, and as I said earlier, there's gonna be a push block. Now, how will the enemies work exactly? Now, I was thinking about this for a while, and I didn't know because I didn't test it. But let's test something quickly. Let's have this 1. Let's make it a 2. Let's make this glue. Let's make this a cylinder. I want to put this up. Now I'll make a cylinder because it's even on all sides. I mean, it's infinite. Lol. And I just want to stack this up. Let's see what happens. Oh. Okay, that's unfortunate. Okay, you can mess up a little bit, but what I want to do now is put a conveyor. And hopefully this doesn't go badly, because I want them all to stay together. There we go. That's unfortunate. Maybe I'll make this a little slower. Maybe like 5 studs a second. That's what it stands for, if you didn't know. It's actually a quite neat feature. It works. Now to figure out how these glue parts work. Like, I do know that they stick together in some fashion. But generally, what I want is that the towers will spawn a respawn part under the push blocks, and then delete them one by one. And that'll be very epic. Yeah, okay, so the first thing I have to realize is how big these should be. Looking at what I'm seeing so far, it should probably be like probably 3. I'm not sure. Okay, let's get to 0.5. Just like so, and then we're gonna start striking this. Finding the perfect height. Now I want each one of these to be 0.5. Oh, actually, that works pretty well. Now I want it to be straight. Let's put a respawn bar. That's it. Yeah, it just deletes one by one. Yeah, let's see what happens if I just do it for like a split second. Okay, so yeah, we can put it literally like under there. Okay, let's link this to a button a little later. Okay, just do that. And let's put a button there. 1 charge. Let's say 0.1 second. Lots of funny engineering moments right now. Okay, there. Got that. Let's put it to a click. 2,155. I don't know what that means, but okay, let's see this. Oh, okay. I need some ground so this can work out. Bruh. Okay, it's not very long. Let's see if this even does anything. Bruh. Nothing. Perhaps I did a goof moment. Yeah, okay, there. Let's try this again. It's a little tiny engineering error, not gonna lie. So, oh, just like one. That's neat. Okay, let's try this 0.0. No, okay, 0.02. How small can we go? I have literally no idea. That's as low as it goes. I know you can make it even shorter by using button deactivators. But yeah, I guess it works. Well, great success there. Now, as I said earlier, we have a lot of variables, and that brings us to our last thing. We're gonna have to remove some of these variables. So one variable I want to remove out of the way is the speed of the enemies. We don't really care about that. Another one which we probably have to remove is the money situation. You see, each enemy will drop money, so this is what will probably happen. You will get your money at the end of the round, and just so I don't have to go through shambles, you'll gain it in like very small amounts. Like instead of the average 100 you might see at the end of the round, you might gain like a few. And like you'll start like with maybe like 8 points, and then you have to spend those. So yeah, I don't want to become big with like the 110s thing, because there's this weird thing going on where like people just like, instead of doing like a basic 11, they do 110. They add that extra 0 to make it seem like whatever. So yeah, I'm gonna remove that 0 because yeah, we're not using it. But yeah, okay, I first want to figure out a way to make this like go straight, because it doesn't want to go at the same time. I mean, it works. Let's go. Now, another thing I don't want is people just knocking these over. Now, these towers can be very big, so let's see how big we can go. Okay, let's reset all of this at once. Whoa, that was just cool. Oh, Mario made it so each thing will load one at a time. I have to fix that. Okay, let me put a fading part. Now this won't be for the final product, but I'll see what happens. Oh god, it's very unstable. Oh, okay, that's not good. I'm gonna try to fix this. Okay, let's do this, bro. That's sketchy. Even with all of this, it just falls apart. Okay, so how much health will these enemies do? I mean, how much health should these enemies have? Probably in the first round, just 2. I think they'll be way much stabler. Bro, it still collapsed. What is wrong with this? Bruh. Okay, stable. Let's pretend this is an enemy. Block. There, it'll work. It works pretty well. Yeah, this is just a star. If you guys have got any suggestions for this, go ahead. Okay, I think I have to do this a little bit bigger so I can get exact damage rates. Okay. Now it's 1 stud, which is like really big. I was hoping to get this like 0.2. So now my hopes. Damn it! But yeah, that's way stabler, like extremely stable. Doesn't do the funny unstability thing. These push blocks are financially stable. I'm not. I don't know if that's dark humor or not, but it worked, I guess. Bruh. Okay, let's try this. Let's get 100. Let's stack a few of these time lapse. Okay. Look at a giant pancake. That's just weird. Like how it just loads. Okay, it's good, it's good. Boom. Whoa. Okay, maybe that drop is a little too sudden. We need something way smaller. 0 likes. 0 fame in this one so far. That's like really thin. Let's make this also 3. Okay, it works, it works. Good, good. Yes! Bro, yo, that works so well. Okay, we're on to something. So yeah, it's unfortunate that all these have to be one stud, but I also want to see if all these, if the glue actually matters. Okay, these things don't have to be glue, which is gonna be very epic. Don't have to have ugly things. Okay, next thing is the, you know, how this is gonna go. So the conveyor, yeah, the conveyor will take up the entire tile. Now, I don't want people knocking these over, so I'm gonna have to put a teleport thing surrounding this so nobody knocks it over. Now, you might be also wondering, how will the towers work? And, yeah, that's another process entirely. Now, how I want the towers to work is that there'll be a shop, and once you click it, it'll drop at a push block, and you can place this wherever you want, but not on the track. The track will completely be blocked off, and you place it somewhere, and after you confirm it, after you put the push block down, you press this to confirm it, and then it'll like raise this up, and then it'll put it down, and it'll detect if there's a push block there. It'll delete the push block and place the tower right as you put where you put it. That's what I'm thinking, and yeah, that'll be very cool. Now I have to put a model for each thing, and what I'm gonna have to do is use images. But you might know, images do not affect buttons, and that'll be very funny. So I'm gonna have to use my own models, like small images, sort of. But here's the thing, I'm not gonna be using humans. I'm gonna be using towers because it's tower defense. So I have to defend against towers by using towers, literal towers, and I'm pretty good at building. I think I can come up with something funky, like maybe a laser tower. And yeah, I can't have many towers because button link limit, and yeah, button link limit is gonna be attached to all of these, and it's gonna be a little bit funny in general. And a button will have to be for each, so yeah, 35 times 4 for each cell. Actually, we have exceptions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 minus 35 equals 23. And 23 times 4 equals 92. So 92 buttons dedicated just for placement. And we have, like, after all of this sort of shenanigans, we also have to account for attack clocks. Now all the towers will be attacking at the same time. Now you might wonder, what about range? Like, oh, it's when it's in range it'll be attacking. I don't want range. It'll just automatically, like, it'll just automatically fire. It won't attack to anyone. It'll just do like a certain thing, and yeah. Okay, so basically what I want is basically a laser tower. Will attack an entire row. Like a blast tower, which like blast is one little tiny floor thing, and for like a long duration, then has to like charge up and stuff, and then one which like shoots occasionally in the first 3 spots it's next to. So if you place it right here, I'll do these spots, and then the last tower will be a will be a tower which alternates, maybe. I'm not sure. I'm still thinking. We'll get there when we get there, 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 when we get there. Oh yeah. Yeah, this is gonna be a very long journey. Okay, so yeah, you might be wondering about the simulator. I haven't given up on the simulator. I just found it a little. It was actually very successful on YouTube, I believe. So yeah, this will be a little bit harder to make. We already have a big mess. Now we got all of that done. Let's work on the shop. Now, as I said earlier, I want to do it in a point fashion. Like you have very low points, and you only earn your points at the end of the round, not mid-round. Only at the end of the round. Speaking of rounds, how many rounds will there be? I'm gonna keep it small and only at like 10 maybe. The last round will be probably like a giant boss, which sends out like other minions, I guess, behind it, and it'll keep spawning the minions until the boss is gone, and that will be very hard to detect, I think. Oh god, I don't know what I'm thinking, but yeah. See, the tower defense is a little weird. It's just, I know it's possible, but it's gonna take forever. So yeah, if you have any suggestions for this project, anything, you can give insight. If you like this project and how it's going, I asked for like 20 likes. I'm not that big, so I can't ask for much, but I hope you guys understand. Okay, let's move on to something else. Yeah, I might as well just end it here. Here's a few other things. I guess I can work on the map. I want the map to be like a rocky area, like a giant cave maybe. I think that will look cool, and the atmosphere would be kind of cool. Also thinking about adding advanced tool parts so we can get the sounds for each tower. I think that'll look very cool. And generally speaking, I don't know if this is gonna be possible. I might have to I might run into a dead end and it'll just be all over for me. And that actually has happened to many projects, like for example, tic-tac-toe. So yeah, for tic-tac-toe, I thought I could make a perfect AI. And in the end, I did find a design for it, but I had to optimize and go for other designs. And I actually won like 4th place, I believe. I'm not sure. But yeah, I won because of tic-tac-toe. I messed up and bro, this isn't actually that smart. What is Mario gonna think? I know he's gonna think it's cool and all, but it's not an amazing AI. Sometimes it does dumb moves, sometimes it does semi-smart moves, and sometimes it's just a tie machine. It doesn't actually look at your mistakes. So yeah, honestly, yeah, don't want to mess up on this project. There'll probably be a random fluke along the way that makes it a little bit harder, and my objective is to keep as many variables as possible. So right off the bat, I removed a few variables, the money thing, but those are small ones. I improvised them to make them work out in the end. So yeah, thanks for watching. Why am I keep talking?